Hi everybody, welcome to Barre with Mary. Today we have a 30-minute core and glutes focus class. So this class is going to be down on the mat and it's a fantastic class if you just want to have an efficient workout, right? We're going to do deep core, we're going to do obliques, we're going to do hamstrings, a little outer hip, and some glute work, of course. For equipment, we'll be using a Pilates ball. Okay, so if you don't have a Pilates ball, no worries. You can grab something about this width, like a towel, and just roll it up so it has a little bit of give to it. All right, with that being said, grab your equipment, roll your mat out, and let's get started. Set your ball out of the way and come to lay on your back to start. We're gonna hug the knees into the chest and just take a moment and kind of gently rock side to side, massaging your low back, letting your head be heavy, your shoulders are heavy. Find your way to stillness. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, squeeze your thighs to your chest, curl head, neck, and shoulders up, and wrap your arms around your shins, curling yourself into a nice tight ball, getting a little activation into the fronts of the hips, a little activation into the core. Big breath in. And on your exhale, lay your head and shoulders back down on the mat. Arms are going to come out to a cactus shape. Float your legs up into tabletop here. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, let your legs fall to the left, finding a little twist. Hold here in this twist, anchoring down to the right shoulder, elongating through the right thigh, and finding this nice rotation through the mid-spine. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale again. On your exhale, squeeze your thighs together, pull the knees back through center. Inhale. Exhale, knees fall to the right. Left shoulder anchors down. Feel the left thigh and the left chest really reaching in opposition away from each other. Big breath in. And out. One more time, inhale. On your exhale, squeeze the thighs together, hug the abdominals down and pull the knees back to center. Take your hands to the tops of the shins and just trace circles here, letting the low back find a little bit of movement, opening up the hips a little. Reverse, trace circles the other direction. One more time. And then plant your feet on the ground, hips distance, and one vertebrae at a time. I want you to roll up. So start by scooping your pubic bone towards your belly button, flattening your low back down into the mat, and then articulate your spine all the way up to a high bridge. At the top, pause. Wrap the ribs in, draw the shoulders down the back, and really push into the heels as you squeeze the glutes. Maybe lift the hips a little higher. Inhale. On your exhale, reverse. Roll one vertebrae down to the mat, curving pubic bone towards the belly button, releasing at the bottom. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll it right back up. Breath in at the top, pushing into the heels. Exhale, roll it down. Keep going like that. Just articulating through the spine, warming up the glutes and the hamstrings, getting a little core activation here, and then really trying to keep shoulders, head, neck soft. So we're not gripping in the upper body, really making this about the abdominals and the glutes. One more time. Roll it down. Hold it at the bottom, grab your ball. Bring your ball between your inner thighs. Lift just the heels off of the mat. Arms are gonna come rest at your side. Take a breath in. On your exhale, I want you to squeeze the ball, wrap your abdominals in, and float the legs up to a tabletop position so the knees stack over the hips. On your inhale, lower the balls of the feet back down to the floor. Exhale, squeeze the ball, hug the abdominals in, float the legs up. Inhale, lower them down. Keep going like that. So I want you to start really simple here, focusing on keeping the abdominals strong and active. So we're not allowing the rib cage to flare. We're not allowing the low back to arch. We're really thinking about using the squeeze on the ball before we lift our legs to help activate into the inner thighs, to help lift the pelvic floor, and to help really engage the transverse abdominis, that deep layer of your abdominals. So you feel that wrapping sensation all the way around you. Side bodies hug in, front and back body wrap towards each other. 2 more. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower. Last one, exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. Hold at the top. Squeeze in on the ball. Little squeezes in and in. You've got it. Squeeze and squeeze. So really feel the length through the spine here. The neck is soft. The shoulders are heavy. Front low ribs are knitting in and down. And then I want you to feel the low belly pulling down towards the mat every time you exhale. Keep going with these little squeezes on the ball, but interlace your hands behind your head for a little bit of neck support. We're going to add a curl up of the chest. In 8, 6, go 4, 3, go back to that full range. Inhale, tap the toes down. On your exhale, squeeze the ball, lift the legs, add a curl up of head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, everything lowers. Exhale, everything lifts. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. So now, as we lower down, making sure we're not flaring and arching into the low back. And as you curl up, use the squeeze on the ball. Use the pulling down of the low belly. But now we're layering on that rectus abdominis, allowing us to curl up here. So feel the top layer of your abdominals really hugging down towards the mat. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last one down. Hold this one up. Go back to those little squeezes on the ball. Go squeeze and squeeze. Little in, little in. Your head is heavy in your hands. Your chest is curling toward your thighs. Breathing. 8 more. 8, 6, go 4, 3, 2. Hold that squeeze in, grab the ball. You're going to lower your left toes down to the mat. Take the ball behind your right thigh, switching hands. Now switch, left leg up, right toes down. Ball comes behind your left thigh. Let's go. We take it, switch, 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 and switch. If you want to go slower, feel free to go slower. If you'd rather lower your head and neck here, you're welcome to do that as well. Okay? If you're curled up, make sure your gaze is towards your thighs. And as we lower the toes, it's not just bending the knee and dropping the toes to the ground. It's pressing the whole leg. The thigh reaches away from you here. 4 sets, go 4. 3, 2, last one right, last one left. Take your left foot, bring the ball underneath it. Left foot lowers down to the mat. Hands come back behind for a little bit of neck support. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, I want you to extend the left leg straight, and I want you to lower head, neck, and shoulders down. So the ball is now extended out, probably underneath your calf or so. On your exhale, you're going to pull your left knee back in, rolling the foot on the ball. You're going to curl up and twist over towards the right thigh. Inhale, lower down to the mat with the chest. Extend the left leg. Exhale, roll it in, curl over towards the right. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, curl and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl and lift. Keep going. So a lot happening here, okay? You can push weight down into the ball, okay? So it's a little hip flexor break for your left side. Right side is still really active. As we twist and curl, anchor down through your left hip. Twist the left side of your rib cage towards your right hip bone. 4 more. 3, 2, last one, curl up, hold it. Stay curled up, roll the left leg out straight so the ball is reaching away from you. Point through the left toes, take a breath in. On your exhale, float your left leg off the ball. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, float. Inhale, lower, keep going just like that. Now your leg may or may not lift off the ball, it doesn't really matter. I just want you to feel the energy of the thigh squeezing, the abdominals engaging. 4 more. 3 more. Last two. Lift it up, hold it. Little curls up with the chest, go up and up. Go lift and lift. You're here for 8, 6, go 4, 3, 2, lower back down to the mat. Bring your right foot down to the floor and then roll the ball back in, bringing your left heel onto the ball. Okay, so left heel is driving onto the ball. If I can ever get it there, there we go. And right foot is down into the mat. Head and neck are resting, shoulders are resting on the floor. Inhale here, and on your exhale, drive your left foot into the ball, lift your hips up to a low bridge. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, drive and lift. Inhale, lower. So transitioning now into a little more focused glute and hamstring work. Don't worry, I know we only did that abdominal series on one side. I promise you'll get the other side later. I haven't forgotten about you. Left side, I have not forgotten about you. Now as we lift, really think about how much you can drive your left heel into the ball here. It's going to be really unstable. That's a good thing. That's asking more work out of your hamstrings and your glutes. So it's a little bit more effective, a little bit faster. In other words, it burns really quickly. At least it does in my body. 4 more like this. 4, 3, 2. On this one, lift it up, hold it. Drive your left heel down into the ball. Go down and down. Go press and press. So your right foot is pressing into the floor here, and it's working to stabilize you. So you're going to feel work into that right glute and the right hamstring. Personally, though, I feel this more into my left side because of the instability. I feel a lot of engagement happening in the back of my left leg, especially my left hamstring. 8 more times. Go 8, 6, go 4, 3, push down into the ball and hold it. Lift your right heel off the mat and lower it down. Again, right heel lift, right heel lower. Now double check what's happening in your shoulders and in your face. Are you gripping and tensing? Try to relax your shoulders down into the mat, soften through the face, and continue to drive your left heel into the ball here. 4 more times, right heel, lift and lower. 3 more. 2 more. Now this time, lift your right heel, hold it. Again, drive down into the ball with your left heel. Go down and down. Go lower and push. Ribs are knitting in and down. Feel your pubic bone drawing towards your belly button here, so we're really active through the abdominals. 8 more drives. Go 8, 6, go 4, 3, push down into the ball and hold it. Roll the ball in an inch, roll it out an inch. So left heel draws in toward the glutes, rolls out. Notice what's happening with your right foot. Really push into the big toe mound on the right foot so we're not rolling to the pinky side edge here. Drive down into the ball as you roll it in. You roll it out. 4 more. In, out. 3 more. You've got it. 2. Last time, roll it in. Now I want you to roll it out. Hold it, push into the ball, pulse your hips. Up and up. You've got it. Up and up. You're here for 16. For 12. 8 more and a hold. Go 8. Go 6. It's 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. Drive your left heel into the ball. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Soften the ribs down. Breathe here for 4, 3, 2. Lower the hips down. Roll the ball and grab it in your left hand. Grab a hold of the backs of the thighs, rock and roll yourself up and over all 4s. Find your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Bring the ball back behind your left knee crease and flex through the left toes. Now from here, shift a little more weight into the left palm, and we're going to take a donkey kick. Pressing the left leg up. Inhale, lowering it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So a lot of hamstring activation in these 2 glute work series. If at any point it's too much hamstring, you can absolutely ditch the ball from behind your knee, okay? I want you to really push into the top of your right foot. And I want you to pull your right hip bone back as you shift a little more weight into your left hand. If you have any wrist sensitivity, you are more than welcome to do this series down on your forearms. That is a great variation, okay? Wherever we are, really spread the shoulder blades wide. Feel the ribs knitting in and up towards the sky. And then every time you press your left leg up, use the lift of your abdominals to stabilize through the spine. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Lift it up, hold it. Little pulses up with the left leg, up an inch, little lift. Hips are square, inner thighs are squeezing towards one another. Find a little softness through your elbows. And really think about squeezing your thumbs towards each other here, feeling the collarbones get nice and broad. The back of the head is lifting up towards the ceiling, so our throat is open. 8 more pulses. 8. And go 4, 3. Hold that pulse up, squeeze in on the ball. Little squeeze, little squeeze, little squeeze. You pull the heel in and in. So we're keeping the left thigh lifted, so the glute is engaged to hold your leg there. And then we're layering a little hamstring curl, squeezing in on the ball. So you'll feel the glute work, and you'll feel the back of the left thigh working here as well. I'm hoping, right? That's what we want you to feel working. Give me 8 more. 6 more. It's 4, 3. Hold the squeeze on the ball. I want you to externally rotate your leg. So turn your leg out. So the left knee goes out to the left, and the left heel pulls towards your right hip. Then rotate right back to that parallel position, pointing the left toes up to the ceiling, left knee down to the floor. So it's inhale, rotate out, left thigh bone externally turns out. Inhale, back to parallel. Keep going like that. External rotation, parallel. Left knee out, left knee down. So it is the thigh that is moving here, but you'll probably notice the lower leg is doing this little windshield wiper motion. That's just because it's going along for the ride, right? The challenge here is to try to keep your left thigh lifted the whole time, and make sure it's not your hips moving, it's your thigh rotating in the socket, which is going to ask a lot more out of your outer glutes. 4 more like this. 3, 2, turn it out, hold it, so the left knee's out to the left, full range, lower the left leg down, oop, I lost my ball, lift it up. Left leg lower, left leg lift, keep going, I'm just going to get my ball back in place, if I can. There we go, left leg lower, left leg lift. So now we have this turned out position, so you might find that your left leg can't lift as high, and that's totally fine. I want you to feel the outer left glute squeeze to lift your leg. And notice as you tire, are you shifting more weight over to the right? Try to push more weight into the left palm, and know that we're almost done. 2 more, with this side I should say. Last one down. Hold this one up, squeeze in on the ball, little pulses up with the left thigh, up and up, you've got it, up and up. This is it in the final hold for this left side glute series. Give me 16 pulses right here, ready, go, 16. 12, feel that length through your spine. 8 more, 6 more, 4, 3, 2, hold the up, squeeze in on the ball. Maybe you stay right here, or maybe you extend the right arm forward, pointing the right thumb up to the sky. Feel the ribs knit in and up. Feel the abdominals lift, and then press out of your left shoulder as you lift the left leg a little higher. Hold it right here for 4, 3, 2, lower everything down, take the ball out, find a child's pose, big toes together, knees as wide as it feels good for you, sink the hips down to the heels. Take a few breaths here. It might feel good to circle your wrists around, especially that left wrist. Reverse your circle. Big inhale. Big exhale. Grab your ball. Walk yourself back up to seated. I'm going to swing around so I'm facing the other direction, but you certainly do not have to. We're going to lay down on our backs. Bringing the ball back in between our thighs. I promise we're not going to do the entire core work series, but just a little re-engagement into the core again. Lift the heels off the mat, walking the feet hips distance, squeezing the ball. Interlace the hands behind the base of the skull. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to jump right into pulling knees and upper body up to that curl position. Inhale, lower them down. Exhale, squeeze the ball, abdominals down, curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Inhale, lower. Now, if this is too much, you just take out the curl of the upper body, okay? Find your breath. Find that deep core engagement that we said at the very beginning of class. So you start the movement by squeezing the ball, hugging the low belly band down, then we lift the legs. So it can be really tempting to rush this and make it more about momentum. But I want to encourage you to make this more about activating the deep core first, then adding the movement in. So that wrapping sensation, sides of the waist pull in towards the belly button and spine wrap towards each other. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last one down. Hold this one up. Little squeeze in on the ball. Go in and in. Little squeeze, little squeeze. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Hold that squeeze. We're going to skip the little bicycle crunch. We're going to take the ball out. We're going to bring it to the mat and lower our right foot down onto the ball. Now from here, extend your right leg out. Lower head, neck, and shoulders down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, roll the ball in. Curl up and twist. Wait, I'm doing that wrong. Stay up where you are, twisted. Extend that bottom leg straight. There it is. On your inhale, roll the ball in, lower head, neck, and shoulders down to the mat. There we go. Exhale, send the leg out straight, curl up and twist towards the left. Inhale, lower it down. Keep going like that. Something felt wrong, right? So as you curl up, letting some weight from your right leg go down into the ball so you get a little softness into your hip flexor. Rotating the right side of your waist up and over towards the left, so getting this nice twisting motion. Thinking about your right bottom rib wrapping toward your left hip bone. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. On this one, hold it up. Stay twisted. Keep that right leg long. Inhale. On your exhale, float the right leg off the ball. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, float. Inhale, lower. Try to stay in this rotated position, feeling the left side obliques fire. 4 more. 3. 2. Lift it up, hold it. Little curls go up and up, little up, little up. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Lower everything back down to the mat. Bring the ball onto the ball. Bring the leg onto the ball. Lower your left foot down to the floor. Plant your foot. Roll your right leg in, bringing the ball underneath your heel. Finding the feet hips distance. Let the arms rest at the side. Whew, abdominal work is done. Drive your right into the ball. Lift the hips up. Find that low bridge position. And on your inhale, tap your seat back down to the mat. Exhale, drive the heel down, lift. Inhale, lower. So find your shoulders and your head heavy into the mat here. Feel the activation of the abdominals continue to work. It's not nearly the same level of abdominal work we just did, obviously, but you're still staying very active in the core here to make sure this doesn't become an arching the back or a flaring of the rib cage, right? This is about the glutes and the hamstrings on both legs, but I especially feel this working my right glutes and my right hamstring personally. 4 more. 3, 2, lift it up, hold it. Drive your right heel down into the ball, go down and down. Little push, little push. So working both legs. Feeling that driving down into the left foot, stabilizing you into the mat. Inner thighs are drawing towards each other. And then this instability of the ball under your right foot asks a lot more out of your hamstrings. 8 more, go 8. 6, 4, 3, push down into the ball, hold it, left heel lifts off the mat, left heel lowers down. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. So this is completely optional, adding a little bit of calf work for your left leg, and also removing a little bit of stability here. Notice if with that extra challenge you start to tense into the face or into the shoulders, really try to keep them soft, okay? 3 more. 2 more. Now lift that left heel, hold it. Roll the right heel in toward you 1 inch and roll it out 1 inch. Roll it in 1 inch and out 1 inch. Soften the rib cage. Continue to push down into the ball with the right heel. And know that the left heel hovering is completely optional. You can always bring the left foot flat to the mat. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2 here. Last one, you roll it in. You roll it out. We drive the heel back down into the ball. Go down and down. It's press and press. Little drive, little drive. 8 more here. Go 8. 6, 4, 3. Push down into the ball and hold it. Pulse the hips up and up and up. I'm pretty sure I flip-flopped 2 exercises there, but I did them both. If you're pay really close attention, I'm so sorry. I probably just threw you through a loop. Little pulses up. I am on a little bit of a wild kick today, huh? You have 16 pulses in a hold. Go 16. Go 12. 8 more. Go 8. 6, 4, 3. Lift it up. Hold it. Push into the ball. Squeeze the glutes. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Hold right here. 4, 3, 2. Lower the hips down. Roll the ball to grab it in your right hand. Rock and roll yourself up and over all fours position. Hands under the shoulders. Knees under the hips. Ball comes behind your right knee crease. Flex the right foot and tuck through the right toes here. Inhale. On your exhale, donkey the right leg up. Inhale, tap it back down. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower. Pressing down into the top of the left foot here. Pulling the left hip bone back and shifting more weight into your right hand. Again, any wrist sensitivity, come down to your forearms. Okay, and do a little forearm tabletop position. Fantastic option. You're gonna get a little more shoulder work than the rest of us, but your wrists will be nice and happy. Now as we lift the right leg up, use your exhale. Really think about lifting the abdominals as you lift the right thigh. That's gonna allow you to stay really strong through the core, stay aligned with the spine, and focus on doing this work into the right glute and hamstring. 4 more. 3, 2. Hold the up. Squeeze in on the ball. Squeeze, squeeze. Oh my gosh, I flip-flopped again. That's okay. Woo. Let me know if this class is like fun and funny, or if you're like, geez Louise, Mary, get yourself together. Little squeezes in on the ball. Go in and in. Go squeeze and squeeze. 8 more. 8. Right thigh is staying lifted. 4, 3. Hold the squeeze and pulse the right thigh up and up. Little lift, little lift. Notice if you're shifting more weight over to the left. Try to bring more weight into the right palm and really feel length through your left side waist here. Back of the neck is pressing as nice and long as the back of the head lifts up to the ceiling. 8 more pulses. 8, 6, 4, 3. Hold that pulse up. We find external rotation. So right knee goes out to the right. Right heel rotates towards your left hip. And then we rotate back 2 parallel. So right knee points down, right toes point up. You've got it. Inhale, rotate open. Exhale, rotate parallel. Inhale, turn it out. Exhale, parallel. So again, it probably feels like your lower leg is moving the most, but I want your focus to be on the thigh bone, rotating outward, coming back to where it started. Double check you're not locking out into your elbows. Find a little soft bend into the elbows and know that we're almost there. 2 more. Turn it out. Parallel. The last one, turn it out. Parallel. Now turn the right leg out, so right knee is out to the right, full range. Right ankle lowers the tops of the left. Exhale, lift it up. You've got it. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now if the ball gets to be too much, ditch it. That's absolutely fine. As we turned our leg out, did you jut your hips over to the left? Try to shift your weight center here, pushing down onto the top of the left foot. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last one down. Hold this one up. It's little pulses up, right thigh. Little up, little lift, little lift. Feel the length of the crown of the head. Feel the lift of the abdominal wall. And really squeeze your outer right hip and glute to lift the leg up and up. We have 16 and we'll hold. Let's go. 16. 12. 8 more. Go. 8. 6. It's 4. 3. Hold it there. Squeeze in on the ball. Maybe you reach the left arm forward. Left thumb up to the sky. Soften the shoulder. Take an inhale. On your exhale, press out of your right shoulder. Lift your leg a little higher. Hold right here for 4, 3, 2. Lower everything down to the mat. Take the ball out. Come into your child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide. Take a moment if it feels good. Circle the wrists around. Big inhale. And a big exhale. Okay, really quick, little plank series to finish, okay? So I want you to bring the ball back in between your thighs, and we're gonna come into a forearm plank, just holding right here, okay? So finishing center line, just to kind of bring everything back to midline here, center off before our stretch. So whether your legs are lifted or your knees are tapped down is totally up to you. Ball is squeezing in between your inner thighs, elbows are underneath your armpits, hands are in line with your elbows. Pull the chest forward, reach the heels back, and lift up through the belly. From here, I just want you to squeeze in on the ball. Go squeeze and squeeze, go squeeze. This is it, okay? We're squeezing on the ball, and we're holding our plank to finish class before we stretch. Give me 8 more squeezes right here. Go, 8, 7, 6, 5. It's 4, 3, 2. Squeeze in on the ball and hold it. Push into the forearms. Spread the shoulder blades wide. And imagine your elbows and your toes are trying to touch each other. Breathe right here for 4. This is class 3. 2. Tap the knees down. Reach back, take the ball out and get it out of your way. And find a Sphinx pose here. Elbows under the armpits. Lift the chest up. Pressing down to the pubic bone and just breathing here. Awesome job today. One more, big breath in. And out. Lower down. Hands under the shoulders. Press yourself back to come to a seated position. We're gonna find a figure 4 stretch. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Hands come to the floor behind you to help you lift your chest up. Now if it feels better for you to take this bottom right leg and extend it straight or straighter, feel free to do that. Maybe you want to rock a little side to side. Or if you'd rather find stillness, that's a great option too. Big breath in here. And a big breath out. Let your legs fall over to the right. Find a seated twist. Anchor down through the sitting bones. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist towards the left. Hugging right thigh. Hugging right arm around your left thigh. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. One more breath here. And carefully unwind yourself. We'll switch sides. Right ankle over the left thigh. Hands behind you to prop yourself up, lifting up through the chest. And again, your left heel can be as far or close to you as feels right in your body. So you're welcome to extend this bottom leg out straight if that feels better. One more breath here. Let it go. And then seated twist. Let the legs fall over to the left. Anchor down to the sitting bones. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, we twist. Left arm grabs the right thigh. Right fingertips reach behind us and we rotate. Inhale, get a little longer. Exhale, twist a little deeper. One more time. Unwind yourself, coming to a comfortable seated position. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, let it go. And that is your class. Amazing work today. My hamstrings are done for the day, I think. As always, I'll be back next week with a brand new Barre class. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.